Hello to all you bad mamas out there. Can we just talk about real quick why the hell my 18-year-old thinks that she doesn't have to follow any of the rules of this house? You would think after 18 years she would be the child that is the most compliant. However, it's quite the opposite. She seems to think that since she is the oldest and she's been around the longest, that the rules of the house don't apply to her. For instance, just now, she came out and said, "I'll be quick." That means that she wants to open up the garage door while I'm filming, but she's going to be quick about it. Even though everybody else, the second they walk out that door, gets grounded when I'm out here filming. The really fucked up thing about this is she knows I'm not going to ground her for it. Because, what am I going to do? You came outside while I was filming. You're leaving for work. Your car's on the other side of this garage door. It's like, go out the front door. I don't understand it. It's so simple. It's a simple fucking rule. And this is like minor compared to the other rules around here that she likes to break. This brings me to the topic of the 18-year-old, otherwise known as the adult child. Now, before I get into all that is the adult child, I just wanted to congratulate all of you mothers who have gotten your children to the age of 18 safe and sound, because it's not easy, and I am very well aware of it, especially when you are a bad mom and a lot of life circumstances have not been easy, not just for you, but for your children as well. And a lot of that issues as far as, the father maybe not being involved very much, which is kind of our case, really has a big emotional effect on your children. The daddy-daughter thing is a real thing, and when she lost that, she lost a sense of herself. Some of the damage that was done, we have been able to repair. She and I have an extremely close bond and relationship. I did bring her up in my first video. We kind of grew up together. I was young when I had her. I was married young. It was military, it was kind of like get married or never see each other again, that's kind of how we took it. Got pregnant with her very shortly after, and just went with the flow, right? But things happen and things change, and war changed him. Being apart so much changed us, and being a single mother, married, changed me. But the person who was affected the most by all of this was my oldest daughter. She was the one who was there when we were good and there when it got bad. And she was the one that basically was forgotten when he decided to leave. It was amicable at first. It was mainly me, because I couldn't deal with certain things that were going on, DV things that were going on. But when he left, he didn't have to disappear. That was definitely not part of the plan, but it happened. She went from being daddy's little princess to daddy has a new family. When she was younger, she didn't notice, and I certainly wasn't going to point it out to her. Now that she's older, it was like every year that she got closer to being 18, she realized more and more what she had been missing. And she became more and more angry at her dad. When she was young, she was really pissed off at me. But I never wanted to be one of those moms that poisons their kid against their father. No matter what, I told them how much he loved them. It was really hard sometimes, but so many people told me, you know what? When they grow up, they'll make their own decision. And yep, it's happening. And it's not just happening with my 18-year-old. It's happening with my 10 and 13-year-old as well. My 10-year-old, dare I say, she used the word hate when she describes her father. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And I actually have to tell her to stop talking about him that way. But there are reasons, and I will get into those reasons in my next video. I will talk a little bit more about the 18-year-old struggle and how I deal with it. So, see you guys then. The best advice that I can give you on having your teenage or adult child listen to you and follow those rules is something that I talked about in episode 1. It is communication. It is starting it very, very young and being honest and open with your children and allowing them to be honest and open with you. As much as maybe you don't want to hear certain things, if they feel comfortable talking to you about anything, then you will usually be in the know about things. Now, this can be a double-edged sword, however, because I actually used to pride myself in the fact that, like, I knew everything about my kid. And I knew I didn't, but I knew enough that I could keep tabs on her and I could help her through things. As she got older, I would find out more of things that I didn't know that were going on a year prior. So basically every year I would find out something that happened the year before that I didn't know about. But I was able to help her with a lot of things that my mom was never able to help me with. Like, I was a very troubled teen. I got into a lot of shit, and I would like to do some story times about some of the things that I have been through. It might help. It might help you with your teenagers. It might help knowing that you're not the only person that went through stuff. So there's a lot of shit that I really would like to get into. It's just, timing is everything, right? So because I would always kind of be shot down by my own mother, whenever I would try to talk to her about teen subjects, boys, sex, drugs, parties, I was always completely shut down. Like, well, you don't do that stuff, or you're not going to do that stuff, you're under this roof, or, you'll be kicked out and things like that. And did that keep me from doing any of it? No. And I learned a lot of lessons the hard way because of it. And so I was like, I'm not going to raise my children to where they're afraid to come to me, because if they have something wrong, I want to know it so that I can help them. And honestly, nothing can shock me. So, and that is still, with all the things that this child has gotten into, police, all sorts of things have happened with this child, but nothing yet has shocked me. It's been devastating at times. It's been disappointing at times, but it never shocked. It never gave me the feeling of, holy shit, I don't even know how to help you, child. Never. I have always been able to help her through it and help her figure it out. Some things have happened recently to her because of some poor decisions, and luckily I know about these things. That she was able to come and tell me, because I don't know how she could handle this without some extra help. So I've actually decided to find her a therapist and get her some help that she needs. And I'm really glad that she's allowing me to do that. She's allowing me to do that because she trusts me. And that is something that was established very early on in our relationship. Now, it hasn't all been bad with this girl, okay? She has a 4.6 GPA. She has a full ride scholarship to college. A few colleges actually are looking at her with full ride scholarships for academics. So she has maintained, this. And honestly, I always told her education is number one, because you can party and you can do all this crap later on in life. Has she always listened? No, she hasn't. But the one thing that she has taken and listened to is the fact that her education means a lot. And no matter what, she cannot fuck off when it comes to that. This being said, some of the things and choices that she has decided to make this senior year can very, very negatively affect this. And that's what I'm trying to avoid right now. And I know she is too. And so that's what we're working on at this point. So that's it. That's the end of my video. That is how to help your teen listen, follow rules, respect you, and all of that, is to actually give some respect back. It can't always be that push-pull of, I'm the mom because I said so. You're going to do this. You're going to, no, shut up. Don't talk when I'm talking to you. You know, it can't always be like that. Not always. So start that communication with your children young. Establish that trust with your children young. Also establish those boundaries. Let them know what you will not accept no matter what. And they will respect you for it. And you do want them to respect you. If they don't respect you, they don't care about punishment. They're not going to care if you punish them. They'll run away and they're going to do it anyway. You know, and I'm not trying to say everything that I've done with her is correct, because I've made mistakes. I have made mistakes with her. I have made her think some things are okay when they're not, just because I didn't handle something a certain way. So I've definitely made mistakes, but establishing that communication is just so important. And I'm trying to do that with my other two as well. They're two completely different kids, so all three completely different kids. It's a challenge with all of them. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe. I hope to see you guys again. I will be throwing out another video as soon as I get some content or choose which of the 8 gajillion topics I have that I want to talk about next, unless something pops up like this, because this one wasn't planned. It legit just happened right now. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.